start the show.
Well, yeah, I think first of all, guys, we're excited because we haven't been on in the last 2 weeks with everything going on with the virus
With the virus.
Look, I had to wait 14 days so I could come and see her. So that's why we ain't been on. Okay. But guess what? We both seem to be in great spirits and healthy. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope everybody is being safe during this time. This is a very, 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 very serious time. And I hope everybody is taking it as seriously as it is. And we're definitely going to discuss that, obviously, with everything going on. That's been the topic of discussion for the last, 2-3 weeks. So we definitely get y'all caught up, give you all our point of view, kind of share some of the experiences that we're going through, and share some experiences that you're going through. With this lockdown, the nation has never seen it before. Right. This is something that's never been.
It's actually literally all out of control all across the board because we're dealing with something that we're not used to.
Exactly.
Like if it's just uncomfortable. Everything and everyone is in a state of discomfort, and we don't know what to do. And let's be honest, we don't necessarily trust our government. Let's be clear. We don't trust the things that are coming our way as far as what they're telling us, the information that's being shared. And then even when you do have the information, it's like,
it's filtered.
It's filtered. What do I do with that?
What does that mean?
And you people out there who are sharing things that you know are not true, like, let's also focus on sharing facts.
Yeah.
We're not sharing facts, and we're throwing each other into panics and, things like that. So, but all that aside, sisters and brothers, you are watching SipsTea the Show, okay? With Eb Deceleb and GemDTwin over here. And we're so glad not only to just be back with you guys in this company. Of course, we've seen each other over this time or whatever, but just to be back here on SipsTea the Show with you guys.
It feels like home.
And that's why, if you notice, our setup for today is very chillax and laid back. So let us know if you. Yes, we have Jello shots on the occasion. Okay,
I'm digging it. I'm digging it. And the reason why we put it here in these little cups is all about safety and preserving, sanitizing, and the sanitizing. And we're once again to everything, because this coronavirus has really shaken up the world, like America, the American people, but really the whole universe. And we really want to talk about how it's affected us. We want to hear about how it's affected you, being locked down in a space where really you're afraid to leave the house. You wake up and you think, is this a movie? Am I living the Eli right now? Where
the Book of Eli definitely comes to mind. I've referenced the Book of Eli several times.
If y'all have not seen it, go see it and then realize you're in it.
Yeah.
Like, seriously.
This is what the Book of Eli, this is what would have been the precursor to that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When they show, how things are going along, why things are scarce. Because let me tell y'all a little tissue bandit something, okay? Y'all be the main motherfuckers that I have never seen people wanting so much tissue, because I promise you that there's some body of people with like 7 packs of the 20 rolls of tissue.
More than 7 packs, because guess what? 7, bitch, try like 20 because every time somebody says something about some tissue, I got nervous. I was like, let me go get me another
I literally just felt my heart flutter. Because I ain't getting not near one of them tissue packs.
It's like, wait a minute, people go for the tissues. Every time I went to the store, I'm like, let me grab another roll of tissue. But it's honestly like people they add to the drama. Yeah. They add to the anxiety.
Because why you need tissue that bad?
Exactly. Like, you can't wash your ass when you get up.
Here is the thing about the tissue situation. We don't forget about the fact that you could wipe your ass with some washcloths and the water that we're still blessed to have.
Exactly.
Currently. You know what I mean? So I know in the Book of Eli, the water became scarce as well, but I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let's just don't go there yet.
Right. And then people start looking for things to barter with. So like, I'm about to sell you one roll of my tissue for $7. You see what I'm saying? Because you want to wipe your ass just that much.
We got stuff to barter with. I'm like, what?
Listen. Listen, it's funny, not funny though. It's funny,
sure
not funny.
It's
Especially
serious.
If things get as serious as they could get, if we ever went to Book of Eli type situations, and I don't want to spend this whole show talking about it like that in that respect. But
prepared.
You gotta no. But I do know people, and I'm gonna find all of them people. So listen. That's why I'm good to my friends. I'm good to my people. You know what I'm saying? Like I have not really had a lot of people that I've burned bridges with in life, and it's because you know what? Even if it didn't work out with us, even if we just cool and chilling or parlaying, that people have worth. We all have to recognize the worth in each other as well. Hello, shout out to Eb Deceleb. I'm gonna brew your tea right now. I'm gonna brew your tea for a second. I know Brewing TEA is the second section of the show when we talk about everyday awesome and things like that.
Doing housekeeping.
Girl, now see you telling all your shit. That's not the people business. What is the people business as we talk about the Rona?
The Corona and not the drink.
Not the drink.
You know they lost a lot of money.
As we they should have. I mean,
they
I don't know who they go. But as we talk about things that are happening, and as we mentioned friends and stuff like that, and the value that I find in people. When I was looking for water, because I need water in my life, I could not find water for myself somewhere. But my friend, she got for me. And it seems like it's nothing. But in this time when everybody's out for self, and you heard me mention like, hey, well, this is what I'm trying to do. I like need this water like one good time. Just to be in somebody's mind like that, for you to think of me, that was big for me. You know what I'm saying? I can catch a tear, y'all. I'm serious because I'm very mental that I love me some Eb Deceleb. And
y'all know I'm gonna make sure she all right.
Now I tell y'all all the time, y'all probably seen it on the show. She will drive me crazy. She will drive me crazy. I will drive her crazy. Of course, we will drive each other crazy. I mean, the funny part is we're not in a relationship. We are literally friends, but we would drive each other nuts like that. But the part of that is very true. The reason why he's allowed to do that and I'm allowed to do that is because of things like that, because there is love. Like I love her. She loves me. And, that is very special when somebody thinks of you. So remember that as well. When you're out here, we need to talk about like on the show, like paying it forward. I had to brew Eb Deceleb on that because it's a small gesture, because I could be in here thirsty as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Just based off the fact that I wasn't available when the shelves were being raided.
I mean, but honestly, but honestly though too, because like this show, y'all, is about to go deep, because I think that people in times like this, we have to remember our humanity.
Right, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people in times, this is where you don't separate, you come together. Right. And so I'm in the store, you're in the stores, and you see people that have like 20 cases of water. And then you see somebody who has nothing.
Absolutely. Listen, how do you feel comfortable doing that?
20 cases of water?
How do you feel comfortable doing that? Like so yesterday, and not yesterday, one of these days, one of the frequent trips to the store, because the store trips have been frequent.
Because you get
fucking frequent.
Because you get nervous. You get nervous.
Yes, every time they say something else is about to happen,
jump to the store.
Girl, when I think that we about to so we about to have a curfew, jump to the store.
Exactly.
We're about to close all the stores, jump to the store. Like, I don't need anything else. Praise God, you have supplied and had me jump into the store. Well, we were jumping to the store last week. Yeah. So now when the rest of the society is saying jump to the store.
Jump to the store, because I'm going broke at this point.
I'm happy that you're not jumping to the store, but I ain't got nobody to tell me that, baby, you ain't got to jump to the store. Oh, my single independent ass jump right to that damn store. Wow. There's no one to like stop me from going crazy in this moment. Yeah. And you know what? I don't ask either. I'm not asking nobody for their, for their input or whatever with this space.
Exactly.
Like, where should I go to the store? Anything like that. But
so what do you see, like, as far as people have been saying, like, with this coronavirus, what do you foresee in like the next couple months? Like, what do you foresee? Like, how has it affected you?
So several ways. Okay, so personal note for sure. There's telework. All of our independent contractors, everybody to there's either, as an independent contractor, you are either shut all the fucking way down, or your situation. Now, whether or not you've been laid off or not, all of us are transitioning to something that a lot of the agencies have tried not to have happen in the first place. There's a lot of antiquated systems that are going on in our government right now, government programs that have them so that they are antiquated in their operations, meaning they're not doing a lot of electronic stuff. You know, they didn't want to do the electronic stuff. They didn't, you know,
want to keep it personal.
You want to keep it, not even meeting meeting in person is very, very important. And I get that, but having the ability to do other things is important too. So now we're at this point in the situation where we have to switch to,
you don't have a choice,
not meeting in person. And so now you try to come up with, we're in the process of coming up with protocol for what that looks like. How do we do it? And all of the how do we do, first of all, it's like, what do we do? And that was the first craze. And then it's like, how do we do what we do? And that's the second craze. That's what the phase we're in now. And then what happens with, you know, whatever we have, whatever processes that we come up with, you know what I'm saying? So you find a way how to do something, and then you have to try it out. So everything is trial and error right now. So now then next week we'll figure out what got fucked up and what didn't, and what we're going to do about that. And, you know, that kind of thing. So it's a lot of uneasiness. It's uneasiness for myself. It's uneasiness for our clients. It's uneasiness for all of the people around. And whereas we might have even gone out to get food and stuff like that, praise God. If you are in a situation where you could just run out and get what you needed from the store, please take a moment and pray and bless and thank whatever higher power you believe in, because it didn't have to be that way. And I deal with a population every day for which it definitely didn't have to be that way. Like, we're living in food deserts. We're living paycheck to paycheck. We're living in a place where it's so much cheaper for you to go to McDonald's and grab something off that dollar menu than it is for you to shop for these groceries and things like that. Where you not even have the time to do that. People are now having to be home with their children, and that's a whole different thing. Lord knows we love the children.
But it's definitely different when you have to be home with them
24/7
and just trying to figure out something for them to do and to keep their attention span and to, you know, children are home, that costs more money. But then you're not working because you've been laid off, but then you don't know when you're going to go back to work. But then when you go back to work, who's going to take care of my kids?
Absolutely.
And then now I have to pay for daycare because the school decided to close for the rest of the year. But then, so it's just a tripling.
It's all snowballing. It's all, everything is out of whack. And then people have to deal with the fact that even the savings that they did not like before, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not making enough money. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. And that also tells you about that spirit of complaint, because we weren't making enough money already. We weren't, you know, we're already in a place where we felt strained. And then now even that has been ripped out from under you. So now what do? You know what I mean? It's very unsettling.
There's a lot of life lessons in this process. And if you take, and everything is going on and it's a very serious thing, you know, one, God speaks about this in the Bible and Revelations, right? And so we need to wake up and realize what this looks like, right? When you start having seasons and seasons, because last Friday it was hot outside. The following day it was 40 degrees, right? So it was 80 to 40. So that's seasons and seasons. Okay, perfect. So this is an opportunity for us to realize, okay, God is taking us back. He's bringing us back to what our center point. You know what I'm saying? And in this moment, you need to figure out, okay, what can I do differently forward? I wasn't saving back then. I might want to start saving now.
Absolutely.
Because guess what? This job, it ain't always promised.
Yeah.
You talking about teleworking. That's available for those to telework, but then we get into an industry where that's not available.
Absolutely.
Now
and that's why I was speaking more so about the economy.
Yeah.
because tell her where it's not available.
Yeah.
And then we also have to be, you know, mindful of the fact that this is what's available right now.
Yeah.
Until
it's not.
Exactly.
Until it's not.
Everything is how it is until it isn't. And that amount of uncertainty is also, and that everybody ends with on a daily basis. So you're not even, you think you was giving your job 100% before, you giving them 150. Yeah, I know you know everything.
Yeah. Like you really going in. You definitely really going in. And it's, you know, right now the country is down.
Mm-hmm.
So even with this stimulus package, that money's gonna have to come back from somewhere. You can't just pull out $2 trillion out of your ass.
Yeah.
Right. So
Absolutely.
that money has to come back in other ways. So be prepared once we get that package. What does that look like in the aftermath? Right. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to unfold with this transition. You better follow the wave. And then once again, with the industries like I'm in the hospitality industry, you know, this has affected the hospitality industry like no other. We're losing millions and billions every single day. Every single day you have a group that was canceled. Every single day you have a convention that's not coming. The hospitality industry is definitely suffering because that's how we make our money: touring, travel, conventions, meetings, blah, blah, blah. So then what happens when that doesn't happen? You have to lay people off. Another tripling effect.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's just that you ride that wave, but then also put yourself in position to not have to rely on that wave.
Yeah.
And that's what, you know, those life lessons. Now, and anybody been watching the stocks has gone up. Stocks has dropped.
Yeah.
They're saying right now, and the way they're doing it is they're trying to not operate in the red. They're trying to grasp money, but you're going to drop the stocks, right? Where it might be $150 to buy a share in Nike. Now it's at $73. Guess what? Now you about to spend your last $73 trying to buy a stock in Nike, but then you done forgot about this. So everything is like a tripling effect. They're still trying to figure out, how do we make money? And right now, how are they doing it? Oh, let's lower stocks. Let's lower interest rates. Let's do this. Let's do that. They're still trying to find a way to make money. Don't get caught up into all that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because if you got $73, you going to spend it on a stock, or you going to spend it on some groceries for your kids?
Absolutely. I mean, it's where, you know, a lot of us, you know, end up in a situation where you have to make the choice.
Shit.
The whole thing down.
If you got stock money, go ahead and do your thing. But
I mean, that, you know, it is, I think it's just time for our people to know some different things, because you're right. Because you're right in that, first of all, we need to definitely be mindful about preparing for what's happening next. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we definitely think, okay, this is where we are right now, right?
Yeah.
And then what happens when we come out of this? And we all looking
what
for
does
coming
that
out
look
of
like?
it.
What does that look
and
like?
We're all looking for coming out of this, and hopefully we learning a life lesson without bumping our heads too hard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because now they're talking about the stimulus package. Yes, it's gonna. We've had stimulus packages before. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And maybe we'll just have to see what that actually means for us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, in the long run, because it's not like
it's not happening tomorrow. It ain't gonna happen till it's over.
Right. But having us forward think about things like stocks, things like how we're gonna start saving. Mm-hmm. I think it will definitely bring
how
people's
you gonna
attention.
wash your hands.
Yeah.
How you need to take care of your body.
Yeah, absolutely.
How you need to take.
I'll tell you one thing: people will be washing the hell out of their hands.
Like this
more so now,
because the virus is not going away.
Yeah,
they're not trying to make the virus stop because it's already present. It's already prevalent. It's already taken over. They're trying to contain it so they can create a vaccine. But the virus, the coronavirus is never, ever, 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 ever going to go away. And quite frankly, I'm going to tell you something.
It's already been here.
It's been here. And quite frankly, if you guys remember back in December, November, I was really, really sick. You remember that?
Yeah, girl. Oh, y'all remember that. If you look at
I was barely on this show. I was like, ugh.
No, I remember them. This one was like, baby.
But you had that chicken noodle soup day.
I made you that chicken noodle soup.
Doctors! Turn chicken noodle soup.
Listen, I have life-changing soup. To make, but let that be okay. So one of the first things that I did when, you know, this whole thing started, you know, unfolding was I made soup.
And I doped up on my vitamins.
Vitamin C, vitamin D. I'm sure that there are some other things. And
Zinc,
you know,
Anisha, there's a whole
echinacea.
Whatever it's called. I take echinacea.
Yeah.
Anything that says immune in it, I'm taking it. I'm popping that sucker.
Absolutely.
Because of the fact that when I went to the doctor when I was sick, they told me they were like, well, you have flu symptoms, but you don't have the flu. I said, well, how is this possible? So they gave me an antibiotic.
Okay.
And that's actually what cleared me up. And then, you know, along with your soup. But then I started to think about it. I'm like, darn, did I have the corona back then?
Yeah.
And I didn't even know it.
They're saying a lot of people.
Yeah, because remember they had a lot of these flu-like symptoms, but it wasn't the flu.
Yeah.
And so it just made me start thinking, like, wait a minute, this has already been here.
Mm-hmm. It's completely and totally possible.
I don't know.
It's completely and totally possible that this has been here, that other things have been here. You know, number one, viruses in general have been around for a long time. That's just something that we have to contend with as humans on this earth. You know, even if you looked on, I know I was watching somebody's Instagram and they had a report about the coronavirus actually being included on the back of some of the disinfectants like bleach and, you know.
Yeah.
But they're talking about this strain of the coronavirus, which is what is, you know, a little bit more dangerous and vicious right now, and it's sweeping. All right, so we get that. But tried and true, let's talk about that detox tea where we talk about all the things that, you know, are health and wellness and stuff like that. In a time like this, we're talking about washing our hands. We always talking about washing our hands. But did we get laxed? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we just really got relaxed in some of our practices. Why? Because somebody made hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So are you still washing your hands and practicing washing your hands, keeping your hands out your face and things like that? Like we did when we were younger, where it was like drilled into us, you know, whatever. Now that we have
the basics.
Yeah, I feel like we're getting back to the basics. And some of those basics are to make sure that we are taking supplements that they're not offering us in our food, which is why as soon as somebody gets sick, my first thing is, let's make the soup. Because the soup is usually just the broth,
the
onions and garlic. Onions and garlic are super medicinal, and they've been around since the beginning of time. Also, people have been making like bone broth, and that's the actual like broth from like cooking the bones, literally not even the actual meat, but the healing for the soul and healing for people in general. But yeah, so when I first heard this whole situation, I said to myself, you know what, if I get sick, I'm not going to be able to be in a mindset to make stuff like that. So I actually made a pot of chicken noodle soup and I froze it because just in case, you know what I'm saying? Just in case, because when we're sick, we don't take care of ourselves very well. We usually crawl into whatever it is that can help us.
Crawl into your sick hole.
You crawl in, yeah. So that's just something to be mindful of. Like, and Eb Deceleb said echinacea. Echinacea is something to support the immune system.
Vitamin C. Yeah.
I do
slow release vitamin C so it can release it throughout the day.
I do, yeah. When you're sick though, what was told to me at least, and this is what we would do when we were sick, we would take approximately 1,500 milligrams or whatever it is of vitamin C. Usually the tablets come in 500. So it would be like 3 tablets because you're literally shocking your system with vitamin C. And lots of water, because all we doing is putting that stuff in there and flushing out whatever's
trying to live.
Flush it. Like, get the hell out of this body, because me and my person, we're not having it. The D, zinc, like you said, magnesium, things that that help the vitamin C and vitamin D. Vitamin D3, people, that's like your sunlight in pill form, because right now they want you to stay home and stay in the house, and that is not helpful.
Don't you come out looking blue and fat?
But because it's really not helpful for us to be out of contact with natural light and natural sunlight. Like, these are the things that are available in nature, and we get like these pieces from nature. But when we're in short supply, when we can't get up from our desks long enough to go outside and walk in the sun, when we don't have enough outdoor time, which is why recess used to be so important for children, we have to find ways to supplement that, because vitamin D3 has been responsible for or linked to even like cancer. A lot of the cancer patients, they'll tell them that where they were deficient, one of the places that they were deficient was in their vitamin D3 vitamin. You know what I mean? But that's neither here nor there. We know that everybody is probably tired as fuck of talking about freaking the Rona. Like, you know what made me kind of like freaked out though? Is because
they do got cases in PG County too.
Yeah, they do. But I can't really watch the news. Well, I can, but my way of watching news has to be like I have to seek it out because I don't have like normal cable, yada yada yada. You know what I'm saying? I don't have like TV. I have to tune into a TV app in order to turn on 4, 5, 7, 9. Yes, exactly. So it sometimes. But this is the time when our social media is actually helpful. And I think that that's a good thing because we've been using social media we talked about social media on this show like for forever. About all the ways it was fucking us up though. You know what I'm saying? So now it's kind of like we're using it for a little bit more good stuff like that. So
these Jello shots got me.
Yes, you look. Eb Deceleb started off high energy. She is way laid. They're so cute though. I love them. Actually,
it was only a little.
It's enough for you to be able to try. You got a buzz, of course. It's not a Jello shot if you don't catch a buzz, right? So, okay. These are my special Jello shots.
They got a lot of liquor in
this one would have been you know, it was supposed to be like a blue bomb, but it ended up being a purple people eater, so it's a little actual blue. It is very freaking tasty. I saved it just for you, actually. I wanted to do this for SipsTea the Show because guess what? What y'all doing? Like, if you weren't moving stuff and like having a whole bunch of stuff going on right now, what would you be doing? Like, when you come home from work to unwind and stuff like that, you need something to chillax with. You know what I'm saying?
This got me real chillax. Maybe because I ain't drink. I don't know. Maybe that's what it is.
Because you didn't drink?
Yeah, I ain't really been drinking. I've been lit.
Yeah, well, Eb Deceleb, if anybody knows Eb Deceleb, she's a lightweight anyway.
Yeah, I ain't no big drinker.
Please do not ever invite Eb Deceleb to a party and then like try to give her a whole bunch of shit because she's gonna be late. Okay, let's talk about Zoom though, because I want to tell you guys an idea. Zoom. So Zoom is use them place. So if you want to Zoom, then it's one thing. Can you do this? If you want to Zoom with somebody, I don't even know how that got that way. Lord. Yes. But you can Zoom with one person for as long as you want. 3, I think up to 3 people.
Is it a free app?
Yes, free.
What?
You know too much. But I think is that what you guys are using for school?
Yeah, we all using Zoom.
So the schools right now, colleges, are using Zoom for to do their classes and things like that. So Zoom is a right now. What they do, I think they have a limitation. So you can have up to 100 people or more. I don't.
Can you see each other?
You can see each other. So it's like a video chat. You can do presentations. You can share screens. You can do a lot of stuff on this Zoom app. I think after 40 minutes, it will time out if you have more than 3 people on the line. 3 people, you guys can just go for it however long. But after that, and then, I mean, really, you just tune back in. So what I'm going to organizing, and don't listen, if you guys are fucking thieves, well, I'm not going to say that, but I want to do some Zoom parties. Okay, because we have to have this social distancing and stuff like that.
Everybody trying to do these. They got the go-go bands trying to do that live virtual go-go.
They should do that.
They got all this virtual stuff.
But you know why though? I don't think that, first of all, I don't think that we were made to like seclude ourselves and be off in isolation by ourselves. Like that was not God's plan. I'm just sorry. It wasn't. His plan for us was for us to actually commune with each other, have a sense of community and things like that. And we continue to have so many things that divide us. But I think if we did some things, just because we cannot necessarily congregate, and so many people are having birthdays right now. So shout out to you if your birthday is this month. I know that you think it sucks. My nephew's birthday is at the end of the month, and I've already planned on how I'm not coming over your house if you're trying to have a lot of people there, because it's against the law, first of all, to be having more than 10 people over there. But also because I'm not trying to be in y'all shit, because I don't know what these people have been doing.
Where they been at.
Where you been at.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? My sister told me, she's like, oh, where their kids? And I'm like, yeah, but where their parents been at?
Yeah.
But what y'all been doing?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't
see this. I'm telling you, with COVID virus, it makes you think about this type of stuff. Like, you now have to really rethink your whole operation.
Yeah.
Because a lot of kids, especially children, they think because they're kids, oh, I'm a kid, I'ma just get over it. It's not about you getting over it. It's about who you could potentially affect, who ain't gonna get over it. Absolutely. And so you can't just think about yourself. You got to think about those around you. So that's another life lesson. Stop thinking about yourself. Think about those who you may affect.
Absolutely.
Boop, boop. Drunk and all, I made a point. I made a point. Okay, point taken.
No, but seriously, you have to think about. But you know what
else, right?
Okay, so we would have
life lessons.
Where else was this, which is affecting everybody? Where else were we talking about? You need to wonder where somebody else been. About sex. We're talking about people like
where they
this,
sticking their dick down.
Exactly. When we're talking about, but that point, it was hard to even argue. Like, you don't even understand. Like, you know. People just doing this, and this, and hopping, and you know, blah, 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 from different person to different person to different person. And you're thinking about what you're doing with this person, but you're not thinking about where that person was before you. Mm-hmm. Now, with the coronavirus, situation, you really need to know who these motherfuckers are, because what did you do? Like, how safe do you plan on keeping me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would you tell me if you needed to be like, you know what, Kale? I'm not sure because I had to go X, Y, and Z. Like, I'm just not, let's just like chill out for like the next 7 days or so, just to make sure. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Do you love that person enough to be like, it can't even be nothing, but just in case,
make sure.
Just in case, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. We won't even just in case go and get a fucking
AIDS test.
Hello.
Just in case you got a little slobber right here. I'm just
in case, like, is
wipe it off. You must. But hey,
is it going? Is that, you know what I'm saying?
Like, y'all gotta let her know.
You gotta let a nigga know. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't. How much can we trust each other? You know what I'm saying? And that also depends on how much that you can trust that person with their own self. Because you know, half of us are taking it serious, half of us are not. Yeah. And maybe even, I know I'll be like 50-50, and then it's still 35% left, which is not actual factual math, but it's some people that's right in the middle that are like super fanatic about it. You know what I mean? They're super like, bitch, don't come near me.
Yeah.
I'm just going to in my house. Me. You know, that kind of thing.
When I'm not cleaning toilets, I'm in the home.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, so I don't fuck around. Like, I'm gonna tell you, even one of my friends was gonna help come move on this past Saturday. And I'm like, oh, no. He said, oh, no, I'm fine. I said, no, let me see you next weekend. That's 7 days from now. And it's not a game. Like, I can fuck around. I don't give a fuck, love or not. I have to protect you. So I have to protect you and me.
Yeah.
And that's what you got to think about. Like, you know, this is also another life lesson with this whole lockdown isolation. It does give you an opportunity to really come in familiar with those who are close to you as well. Because only 3 things can happen in this moment. Either one, you're gonna make another baby. Okay. 2, you
got me all the way
bonkers. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? But realize even more about yourself.
Yeah.
In this moment, because when do you ever take the time to sit there and be still?
Yeah.
So God's putting this where we don't have a choice. Another lesson: be still.
Yeah. Sit that ass down where. take control of the rolls of tissue, my friend. Let me give y'all. Okay, so I did a pay it forward. Just because it wasn't because I was trying to make a statement as much as it was like, this fucking shit is ridiculous. Mm-hmm. So I had a younger lady in front of me and I had an older lady behind me. Literally, as we come and say, you can only, they tell the cashier that you can only have one person. You can only have one item, regardless of what it was. One package of strawberries, one package of apples, you can't get two of anything or whatever. So we're standing there like, and none of us were like hoarders. It wasn't like a lot of things, a lot of people, but when you got 2 for $5 strawberries, I'm gonna get teared off. Mm-hmm. When you got, and when you have this, that, and the other. Poor little lady behind me, grandma behind me had 2 motherfucking prepackaged salads. Can she have her salad, please? Because first of all, she already motherfucking tired and she don't feel like cooking no motherfucking meals. So when she want to eat just a salad for her health, like you tell her after all of this shopping and she done came out in the midst of the Rona with a full face mask and gloves, okay? If this was your grandmother and your grandmother standing there in the line, full face mask and gloves, and she can't get but one damn prepackaged salad, I thought that was some bullshit. Wow. And so because that bullshit, I was like, well, I can purchase your thing because I'm not getting anything like that. I purchased her one salad and one sauce because how y'all gonna have specials and then tell people they're gonna get one? Okay, don't do that shit then. Okay, how about that? Retract your deal. Anyway, so I got that. She pulled out her little, how the older ladies, they be having their little thing that they came just from the bank with the cash because they're not about that credit card life. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like, I want to be like, Grandma, do not come out with that much damn money because, this is not a good time for that. But she had her little
people out breaking in the car.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not that safe. So she put, so she got her little bills in there. She pulled me out a smooth 5 so she could pay for her items. And that's all it was. Like, I didn't have to out of pocket. Sometimes you didn't have to like spend no money to be a decent fucking human being to somebody else. To just like think about somebody other than yourself. So I just bought things. I didn't really buy them. She gave me the money for them. You know what I mean? She bought them, but I paid for them. And the person in front of me, I got some items for that person. And I gave that person I wanted some apples or something. Like, get the fuck out of here. So it was
y'all was in there just connecting.
Kumbaya.
Yeah.
Let's just
I had that moment yesterday in the Family Dollar. I was talking to somebody. We were just talking and whatever. And she was like, Lord have mercy. She was like, they got us sitting home. She said, I've been decorating my whole house. And I said, and we were just eating. I use that opportunity as a time just to get to know somebody else.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
This is that we got to do better.
Like, that's it. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we got to do better as people. Like, utilize this time for what it's meant for. Like, at the end of the day, this is what it is. We locked down.
We locked down, bitch.
23-1.
We locked down, bitch.
We locked down. And other than the time you could go to work, you in that house. Make the time useful.
Yes.
Love the ones around you. Love what you're doing.
Y'all got to think about some shit to do.
But what you don't do, fuck around, come out, this meme going around. You go in, March skinny as hell, and then in May when everybody get back to normal, you fat as hell. Don't do that.
Yeah, stop. Don't. Watch what you eating in here.
Watch what you eating. But then again, look, I had to buy a half a slab of ribs just because there wasn't no other meat. So
okay, but then watch out for that too, because we don't even have to have meat to survive.
Yeah, I had to have a half a slab of ribs.
TBH. But we just have to be conscious of being more. We gotta be conscious. You know what I'm saying? Like we can chillax and stuff.
Like seriously,
and tell y'all what it really is.
Yeah.
You like your feet right there though too. They're warm as fuck. I know, girl. That's like me.
Yeah.
But we just have to focus on being better in general, like not buying up all the fucking toilet tissue because
and the water,
like you're not running out. Buy fucking Brita for all of the water that
That's what I did. I ended up getting a Brita off of Amazon.
Yeah. And shout out to everybody who is right now still out there. We're talking about medical professionals.
Yeah.
We're talking about our Amazon workers.
Yeah.
Modern day heroes.
I signed up for Instacart though, just in case.
You about to be a hero? Okay. Instacart, man. Need you to. You about to be a hero. If you want to deliver for Instacart and you out there too, you about to be a hero. You can be a hero. You don't want to be a hero? Oh.
Heroes die.
Wow.
No,
I don't even want to like.
Yeah, I don't want to be a hero.
Wow.
It's like I'm just playing. It's the Jello shots. I do want to be a hero. No, I
don't try to change. Listen.
I just I don't want to be a frontliner.
You about to be on the front line. You doing Instacart. Yes.
You gotta talk to people?
No. Oh no. With Instacart and with the delivery things right now, you go get that shit.
Yeah.
From the store. But you gotta be up in the store. Grandma was in the store like this with the mask.
Oh, I got a whole ski mask. I'm good with that.
Okay, cool.
My body.
But you on the front line, like that's the thing.
Shout out to the heroes. Though.
Exactly.
I
Amazon, UPS, FedEx, because
I don't want
the postal workers. Shout out to my cousin. She just actually posted one of these things today. Tamika Brooks, how you doing, sis? But she was like, her husband is a postal worker. To your, like the medical profession and stuff like that. But it's other people out here that's like out here every day still
having to interact.
Yeah, your push through is like big.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Power up and stay
humble. You know how we say it on SipsTea the Show. Please wait for your t-shirts to be coming soon.
Plug.
Yes. Shameless plug. Whatever. But yes. Power up and stay humble. Like everybody, this is a very humbling experience. I think everybody can agree with that. Because there's some new shit.
Oh yeah, because guess what? Don't be too prideful. Like I'm gonna tell y'all some real stuff. Like I'm not too prideful because if stuff gets real, I'm gonna start. And I still don't. Shout out to the heroes. I don't want to be no hero. However, I'm gonna do what I have to do to make sure I can make ends meet. So don't be too prideful sitting in there, losing everything. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? I'm gonna sign up for Instacart. I'm gonna sign up for Uber Eats. I'm gonna sign up Amazon Flex.
Yeah.
And if
yes, there is
seriously,
there
you
are
better make them
of
ends meet. Fuck a stimulus check coming out in May.
Because that's not even, and it doesn't have to be that long.
Yeah, like May, like you.
They just want to make sure that all of this shit is over, so the shit you're spending your money on is actually going to help the economy. Like we don't want you. It's almost
don't go out and spend it on no joy.
It's almost like directing the dollar because. You want to make sure people aren't spending that on food right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to the food banks and people that are
and the schools who are feeding kids and adults in Virginia. I don't know if they're doing it in Maryland, but in Virginia they're feeding kids at middle schools. Look on your look underneath Maryland Health Department as well as Fairfax County Health Department. They are actually feeding kids breakfast and lunch, and for adults it is $4, and then for kids it's free. I
don't know if I've heard the extras for adults, but I do know that DC, for sure I know DC is doing it. All of the kids, you come and you pick up their damn bag lunch and you take it back. I have several people
and don't be too prideful.
It's not even a prideful thing. Everybody know these kids eat. And these kids eat all day.
What agency got the toilet tissue?
Right. But
what agency got the toilet tissue paper?
I think they really are holding that for some like currency.
Yes, like that's what I want to know. I don't see all the agencies for food, shelter, and everything
I think that's
else.
a real currency.
Where is the toilet tissue paper agency?
They're not about to do that. They ain't got
no
Nah, but it makes me want to go on a stealth mission. I'm still just trying to like tomorrow morning, just like get up and like scavenge for some toilet tissue.
I did that.
They're still doing one per. In most places, you know what I'm saying?
And then from 6 to 7 is for the elderly people.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
From 6 to 7. So they can have their time.
So yes, Tamika McBride over here on Facebook. Yes, we are tired of buying groceries. So when does the shit stop? That is the question, because every time something happens, I guess I'm at the grocery store like, oh, for real, we about to shut down now? Like, I'm okay with the liquor store.
They say martial law, but that's what
martial law.
What Trump said today was he said he wants this to be over by Easter.
Yeah, but that was ridiculous.
That's not gonna happen.
That's first of all, the schools
that's not gonna happen, my man.
Let's just not even talk about it.
Let's not do it.
I don't think we should talk about anything that
he might still be thinking about the Chinese virus.
Yeah, I think because where did no?
He said,
and see, that's what I'm talking about Justin and Jeff. Let's just let him talk. He got to be like that grandmama. You just be like, okay, Granny. You know what I'm saying? Because you know she's still flighting.
Exactly. Be like,
she's still all to the left. So let's let grandma say what I say. Let's let grandpa say what he got to say because none of that.
Yeah, he said the Chinese virus. He said, why do you call it the Chinese virus? He said because it came from China.
Yeah.
I said, oh.
So he be like,
where
your table come from? Denmark or Denmark table and our Lowe's door and our Home Depot supplies.
I say don't upset this man because unfortunately the decisions he's got to make these decisions. So let's stay stable, my man. Trump, stay stable. Stay stable. Get out the way. Then go crazy.
Yeah, I'm bullshit. Send the people to check.
Exactly. Then lose your mind.
Let's have that come through.
Exactly.
Then
don't make him mad before you get the money.
Real ass situation though. Just like she said on YouTube. I'm sorry, I think we're on Facebook right now. But yes, you guys, please join us on YouTube because we definitely need to the conversation on YouTube is not even happening. The conversation on Facebook, Instagram is going down, but expect us to be back here. I know we were not here last week. I know that, but blame it on the round. We will be back here next week. It's a lot of stuff going on, but we want to make sure that we're still connecting with each other in general. But so if y'all have not already, click the link in the bio. If you don't go there tonight, click the link in the bio, become our friends, just get the notifications for when we're on. Anyway, what is really, really real is that your kids will eat. The children eat all fucking
and
day.
And they're not in school.
If they don't have first of all,
and they don't got them
home means food.
Exactly. And then they don't got them back in the day appetites where you could throw some chicken nuggets and french fries in the oven. They want big.
Because they could also be outside. But now you're telling them, don't go outside, do this and do that.
The electricity bill.
Most of their, things that they enjoy is already electronic in the first place. So they are definitely inside.
Burn up that electricity bill. Don't think about that. Water bill. Shit's about to get, I'm telling you, it's a domino effect.
Yeah, and it's funny because we can't even really get into, there's some really interesting comments coming in on Facebook, but we can't even really get into what is happening politically and what kind of political drive is behind this. We can't even really go deep into that. One, because this is our show, baby. Lordy, if we get into unveiling and pulling back, but we will on this show make sure that we, first of all, call to action for everybody. Mm-hmm. Call to action to say, number one, be human, be conscious of not just yourself, but somebody else. Our show is always about reciprocal energy. And we want to make sure that number one, we are sharing with each other and also, keeping them vibrations high and hopefully, we're helping each other out, right? So disseminating information, yes. Be woke, be aware, be in tune. Listen to the broadcast that's going on because you can decipher for yourself some of the bullshit that is actually going on with this as well. You get into the idea that some people want us to be sick because it's profitable. Some people want us to be needy because it's profitable. Some people want people to be laid off because it's politically, it pushes you politically forward. So there's a lot of little shit going on.
And right now, another thing on the from the political perspective, whoever can get their city or county or state out of distress quicker, better, and more efficiently. Trust me, honey, when the next running for presidency comes, they're going to be in it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like your political
thing.
agenda.
It's a political thing.
Like, I don't think we are retarded and like we miss the fact that there's a political agenda. But hello, please know that your sister or brother, cousin, and them to the left or the right of you, they might actually be.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid also to share some information, because it's not necessarily information everybody has, and we can't assume that everybody has the same information and or mindset that we do, because they do not. And so it's important to plant the seed, not to beat nobody over top of the head with it. Let me scoot back. Not to beat nobody over top of the head with it, but just to actually share some information. You know what I'm saying? But even also within the information shared, we want to make sure that we're being responsible with that as well. Like, if you ain't fact checked, because what was going around in the beginning? Text messages saying, my friend that will be under martial law within the next 5 hours. Mm-hmm. You, because you trust me, and I trust my cousin who works for the Pentagon, or I trust my cousin who works for, you know, the police station or whatever the case may be, some governing body. You believe me, I believe my cousin. That's how that goes. You tell your friends because I gave you reputable information. But then you find out later
it won't true.
That was from somebody.
I'm gonna send you the receipt for that $50 grocery bill that I just went out and got for groceries because you freaked me out.
That was a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend's friends, cousins, and them. Possible, maybe discussion that may have gone on with somebody's job during somebody's shit at some given time. And we just got to be more responsible than that, because I don't necessarily think that people are being, I don't think people are necessarily being malicious. Somebody's not being malicious.
I don't think they're being malicious. I think they're just being uninformed.
The first person who did the shit, who knew it wasn't true, might have been being malicious. The people that
trying to scare people. Because I've gotten all kinds of shit. And I just, like, lately, I just been like, don't send me this shit.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, just, if the world, because at the end of the day, if the world's going to come to an end, no matter how many text messages and stuff you scare me, the world's going to come to an end.
Yeah, very true.
It is what it
is. Get in touch with your faith, honey, whatever you believe in. I know, my God, I need to, like, really, really, you know, focus on my relationship right now with him and who I believe in. So wherever you guys are, you know, finding comfort and finding belief and all of those things, you need to actually lean on those things at this time, because those things are true.
Yeah.
You know, those things are factual, actually, without even having a physical thing right here in front of you.
Revelations is real.
So, and then pray for, you know, discernment in this whole situation, because even when we're looking at books of Revelations and things like that, we also have to recognize that we don't know what the time is. Time is relative in a lot of different ways. So, you know, even deciphering things like that is difficult for us. But on a day-to-day basis, you know, just like keep it breezy with yourself. Look within
and look to God for understanding.
Absolutely. I mean,
that's who you need to realize where your truth comes from. So come from God.
We just don't, and that's like whoever you, not to be off-putting for anybody who does not necessarily believe in what we believe in. That's why I always reference whatever your higher power is, because I believe that they all come from the same place. You know what I'm saying? I might call Eb Deceleb, Eb Deceleb. I might call her Ebony. I might call her Eb, and I might call her my Ebby Cakes. But she's still the same person. You know what I'm saying? But in different circles, you know what I mean? We call different things. So I always say, whatever your higher power is, whoever you're consulting right now, that's who you need to be consulting. But also we breeze past, when we usually come in, we always talk about the positivity. The positivity right here for me is definitely to like lean into those things that are the blessings in your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us have been laid off. A lot of us are just in this like really scary space. with our jobs, but you have to like look at the things that are blessings in that itself, because a lot of times, I think you were saying this earlier too, we need to be able to chill the fuck out, because our society in general has us focused on some things that we don't necessarily need to be focused on. But in that, everybody needs to stay safe. We want you guys to stay safe and be whole. Take some time out to like reflect on yourself and get all into yourself, your people around you. Maybe this is a time to recognize some deficits, because with them kids being home, especially the little ones, that shit is annoying as not fun.
I do have something real quick for the positivity, the acronym.
Yeah. All I was also going to say is about the babies. The children in general, be creative. That's why we were just talking about, we were getting into Zoom. Check out Zoom. I am pushing Zoom parties. If you want to be included on a SipsTea the Show Zoom party, I'm creating a guest list right now. So we can play things like, little games, maybe a little truth or dare.
On Zoom.
On Zoom. Okay. No serious dares. Okay, no. We'll tell you when we're having the PG-13 and when we're having the R-rated.
What's gonna happen though? Once this is all over, or contained, ain't nobody gonna want to be around nobody. Everybody gonna be like, "Where that Zoom party?
Where that Zoom party?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe we can get DJ Mim or Honey to like
Zoom
play some
party
music for our Zoom party. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we just have to get a little bit more creative and inventive in ways that we spend time with each other. Get more creative in the things that the kids can do. There's a lot of virtual stuff going on right now, so there are things for kids. Send their ass over there. Let them watch a virtual zoo even. They have like virtual zoo tours right now. Like, y'all watch all this shit over here. And mommy gonna be in the bathtub, because self-care is super important right now.
You zooming in the bathtub?
Watching the virtual tour.
Or you're zooming.
You just take your ass.
Oh, in the bath.
Self-care.
I thought you were zooming.
But y'all let me know. Never mind.
I thought that was about this Zoom.
Look, I was about to say, y'all let me know if y'all want a private Zoom party with them. No, we're not gonna do that. No bathtub Zoom parties. It's cute and fun, but
what you giving up?
If the
Corona got you tripping like that?
No. If you tripping, I'm tripping already.
What you giving up?
If you're available for a private Zoom party, chances are we haven't waited for Zoom to do it. So, what I was saying was, send the kids over there, let them do their thing. You practice self-care. Sometimes just having yourself a nice cleansing bath. I personally am actually on a journey right now, 4-week journey with the Collective Health Initiative. So they have been giving me some tips about cleansing, washing day away, things like that. So you might as well have a good time with it. You know what I'm saying? The shit is happening, but definitely take some time out to take care of yourself. So what's your
the lockdown.
Yes.
Oh, lockdown real quick, guys.
So
we can get out of here. Yeah, I mean, it's short. So it says lockdown, and it's an acronym for lockdown. A friend of mine sent this to me, and I sent it out. It says lockdown. Lockdown. L is listen to God's voice and reflect. O is obey His word and His teaching. C is call on Jesus' name and be calm.
Jesus.
K is know what is the purpose of all of this. D is dwell in His presence and don't panic. O is offer a prayer for everyone's safety. W is wait and be patient. This too shall pass over. And N is nurture our personal relationships with Him. And then that was it. So lockdown.
All right. So you can have a different meaning for lockdown and take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Some of us get like Tamika McBride on Facebook. She says she's happy to be teleworking. And, praise God if that is the path right now.
She said not be wearing a bra. Yes.
So many people just don't want to wear a bra.
What?
I like
something. When you wake up in the morning, well, right now that ain't my life. I got to strap them down.
You got to strap them.
But
no, I love them so much. I just want them to be here.
But that'd be the thing now. When you could just take out and let your titties breathe.
I'm just gonna start taking off my bra more because
exactly.
the way you guys are set up, like
girl,
it's like so many people that's just like no bra.
No, well, look, I ain't walking around in public titties falling, but in the house.
Nah, but it's one thing where your titties just be in one place. But it's another thing when I like to strap my titties up around my neck. The higher the better. If I could, like literally, if I could have them here. Wait.
She be having her titties in her chin.
Yeah, I would like them in my chin.
She be having her titties in her chin.
I'd be like,
damn girl.
It's like unrealistic, but at the same time,
she be having her whole titty in her chin.
So it's like a reverb with the they sound different. You see what I'm saying? It sounds different right now. Like my whole voice sounds different because it's bouncing off my titties. So it's just a thing. Everybody to each his own. You know what I'm saying?
I like walking around with no bra.
I mean, I was a cheerleader. We were taught to like wear these bitches and like sports bras, maybe sports bra, no bra. I could do that.
Nah, I can't do.
You know what I'm saying?
If I'm gonna do no bra, I ain't gonna just do no bra.
My coach was like, put that shit on. Hold your shit up. You ain't gonna like. It was like so many warnings. Like you're not gonna like it when you get this age and this. So me and my sports bra at least will be rocking hard. I don't even know. Like I'm not even like a fan of not having a bra on. That's so weird. I'm gonna try it though. So y'all tell us other things that
tomorrow. Do your Zoom info not wearing a bra.
Hell fucking.
Well, y'all know me. I done did a show without no bra.
I know you be putting your titties up on the table like. Okay, listen. Okay, so
I do shows without a bra.
Let's be clear. Everybody, please wash your hands. Please be conscious of ways that you can pass this shit on to other people. Please be mindful of shit that's not just having to do with your own damn self. Okay, please stop fucking raiding these stores like things that you don't fucking need because nobody needs that much damn tissue and water. Like, let's be clear. You're going to be okay. The stores are still open. As a matter of fact, let's talk about the list of stores that is still open. It's like you have your Lowe's and Home Depot, the laundromat if y'all need to wash them. Laundromat's open.
What laundromat is open?
I don't know, but it's on the list of things that stays open.
I want to laundromat that it was closed.
Maybe that's a personal decision, but yeah. The laundromat, or maybe they meant the laundromat within your. I don't know. I know the laundromat
right here. It was closed.
Laundromats are on the list of things that were supposed to stay open. Your grocery stores, hardware stores,
your liquor stores.
Liquor store is open, so you don't have to go and like try to get your last.
And a lot of restaurants are still open up until 5, and they're doing carry out only.
Okay, carry out only. Mm-hmm. You can't sit in though at all.
No, it's carry out delivery.
Okay. So you are still able to get things from like fast food places and stuff like that if you so choose. It's like life as we know it has changed, but it's not.
This is the new normal.
This is the new normal for now. Mm-hmm. But yes, the washing of the hands. Pay attention to your damn kids because now might be a time for you to figure out what the hell that teacher was talking about. When they couldn't sit there and still class. So yeah, that's the whole thing. Some of us are finding out some of our own personal deficiencies and just know that that's okay. It's okay, but it's a jumping ground for you to find out what else you need to like figure out. Like, you know what I mean? This is another part of that journey. Eat, drink, and be well. You know what I'm saying? When in doubt, have a fucking cocktail. And that's another thing that we're thinking about doing on these Zoom parties. So I'm going to try them out with some friends first. Zoom parties where we can just, eat, drink, and be merry. 10 plus rules out of the window. And if you guys want to participate, send us some of your ideas. Hit us up on SipsTea the Show on gmail.com. Hit us up at SipsTea the Show on Instagram, and you can follow our personal pages, Eb Deceleb and GemDTwin, and just like inbox us, let us know what's going on. If you guys have any personal stories to share that you want us to talk about on the show next week, then let us know that too. And we love you to life. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you next week.